Жестоки пораки со евроскептицизам упатија председателите на државите од Западен Балкан денеска на вториот ден од преспа форумот во Струга. Хрватскиот председател Зоран Милановиќ рече дека институциите на Европската унија се недемократски, а целиот процес на евроинтеграција понижувачки. Слични пораки упатија и председателите на Црна Гора и Албанија, а македонскиот председател Стево Пендаровски рече дека бавното темпо на процесот на интеграција во Европската унија е закана за демократијата и мирот на Балканот.
It is confirmed that during negotiations for EU membership, democracy progressed. Democracy is progressing. To put that in other words, without supervision by the EU, backsliding is obvious and in many cases inevitable. Second, after being for so long time in the waiting room of the European Union, as was the case with North Macedonia, people quite naturally are looking for alternatives. And that is translated into the sharp drop in the EU enthusiasm, which is exactly what happened with us. We have recorded the sharpest drop in the EU support or support of our people for our EU membership, exactly 25 points in the last 20 months.
So furthermore, I think that the Western Balkans countries, those who still remain unabsorbed, should be absorbed within the EU. It's been overdue. It's a humiliatingly long process, the one for which nobody reasonable, nobody well-intended can provide a meager explanation.
Perhaps one positive thing within the Ukrainian tragedy, which followed what is now the Russian aggression on the Ukrainian territory, is a woke-up call in Brussels. A woke-up call in which the institutions of the European Union started observing the process, the accession process, in a more political way, rather than in a just technical way, as it was the case over the last few years.
We have created a lot of regional initiatives with this purpose, but it seems that we're still not where we want to be. A peaceful region, a safe region, and a developed region. Albania is dedicated to its mission as a factor of stability in the region and in the Western Balkans.
Премиерот Ковачевски и неговиот колега од Црна Гора Дритана Базовик на втората панел дискусија порачаа дека никогаш појасни не биле пораките од стратешките партнери од Европската унија, дека до 2030 година е можно проширување на Европската унија со земјите од Западен Балкан, но и дека ЕУ треба да свати дека ако сака да има поголемо влијание, треба повеќе да инвестира во регионот за да се реализираат конкретни проекти и да се изгради инфраструктурата, со што ќе се подобри економијата. Премиерот на Косово Албин Курти своето одделно обраќање го посвети на ситуацијата меѓу Белград и Приштина, која ја нарече проблематични времиња.
And the biggest paradox is that we were the only countries that didn't have borders for 50 years. And now we are the only countries that have borders. Yeah. So these guys which are sitting here in the first row, coming from Germany, from France, they had borders. Mm-hmm. Now they don't have borders and we have borders. You know, when they had borders, we didn't have borders.
Right.
And now they are giving us help,
right.
IPA funds for better border control. I mean, they give me money to put on borders, you know. This is a paradox.
Sure, and you're working very hard to get into the European Union.
We have to talk about the problems. We have a challenge in the north.
Sure.
So this has to be solved. And we don't need these crazy borders. This is stupidity. Because the borders, what is the customs between the customs rate between the countries on the Balkans? Do you know?
The custom what?
The custom rate.
No.
No, it's zero.
It's zero.
So why do you need a border?
Right.
For a corruption. The borders on the Balkans are only source of corruption and nothing more.
Yeah.
If you have the north of Montenegro, which is just 2 kilometers far from Kosovo, and people don't have the access to go there, that is disaster. That is disaster. If we have the same situation in my hometown, when we want to make the bridge with Albania, if we want to make the road, our highway to go to the Serbia, to make the access to the people to have the possibility to come in some fast way. And I think that political elite should think about this, not about what's happened 10, 20 or 30 years ago. I am not saying that we need to forget history and to don't say about the true what's happened in the previous time. I am not saying that. I'm not saying that. But definitely we need to change the approach, and we need to be ready not to everything to calculate with the support of public on election, because I think that in Western Balkan people are a little bit tired from that kind of politics.
Во свое видеообраќање, генералниот секретар на НАТО Јенс Столтенберг говореше за договорот од Преспа. Според него договорите како Преспанскиот се важен дел од меѓународниот поредок, заснован врз правила, а таквите договори ја обезбедуваат слободата, овозможуваат напредок, отвораат перспективна иднина.
This event asks whether we will have a widened European family by 2030. Whether that is mission impossible or mission possible. The answer is that it is more than possible. It is actually happening. Following in North Macedonia's footsteps, Finland has now joined the alliance. This is a direct response to Russia's war aggression against a neighbor.
Западен Балкан го забрза својот пат за приклучување кон неу, смета председателката на Европскиот парламент Роберта Мецола.
Progress had been made too, but too often it has been too slow, and there has been a lot of frustration. But where there is a will to reconcile, there will be a way forward. The Western Balkans have called for an acceleration of the EU accession process. At the European Parliament, this is also our call, and things are moving. Bosnia and Herzegovina has been granted candidate status. Kosovo citizens will no longer require a visa to travel into the Schengen area. And I hope that this year will bring further good news, because the European Union is not complete without the Western Balkans. So is widened the European family by 2030 mission impossible? I believe that it is mission long overdue, and together we must make it mission accomplished.
Очекувањата од водневниот Преспа форум се дека пораките кои беа испратени од Струга ќе го подобрат диалогот меѓу државите од Западен Балкан и ќе ги забрзаат евроинтегративните процеси.
Ви благодарам председателя Пендаровски што